Okay, so another week, another video. I've had a couple of days off work, so that's a bit of a bonus. I've managed to get a couple of days work in on this, so it's been freezing, but I've done the best I can anyway. So you'll probably see a few differences already, but I'll run through what I've done. So basically, on this side of things, I'm recessing. This one's not finished yet. The other side is. I'll show you in a minute. I'm recessing these and making a recess as well for the tweeters, so that the doors, when they shut, obviously the gull wings, won't hit the speakers or tweeters on there. Basically, that's the idea. The other side's better, as I say, so I'll show you in a minute. I've started doing the trimming for this. So originally the port flare was just square piece basically. Now it's a sort of these curved bits here, so you got sort of extra bits that come around. This is first fiberglass layer. Literally, I'm just doing shaping at the moment. But I've taken some corners out here, a bit sort of angled. I haven't really taken out quite enough. I might as well make it the round sort of sub shape basically on there without interrupting the flow of the air through the port. Hopefully all being well by anything, but we'll see what happens. But I might have to bring it out a little bit and see how it goes after that, but I'll have a look. So yeah, I've got the trim there. These trims are all made. This is all built into the actual piece here. I'll say it's going to go into there as well. It comes along here. This piece isn't too bad, and then up there and the same over there. I've got these little pieces on the bottom as well, just to blend it in. So it's like a little pointy section. It's pointed in a bit too much at the moment, but this piece will come in further anyway. It comes in very slightly, sort of kind of bend in like points basically, and then there'll be lights and stuff behind there and all that kind of thing. So yeah, basically as well, I've done the fiberglass in for this. Obviously the trim piece is going to sort of sit. I don't know how it's quite going to sit yet. I don't know if it's going to follow the line of here or what. I'm not sure whether to leave it in there. I might leave it in, I don't know. I'll see what it's like when I've cut this. But I've just fiberglassed this, put a nice sort of shoulder shelf thing on there, and repaired that section that was broken before up there. So that's basically all fiberglass together. It just needs these taken off. This was just to make sure the stuff underneath didn't get damaged, plus it gives a nice shape, basically roughly how I want it without being too thick. So that's all good to go. I'll show you what I'm doing on the front. Okay, I've repaired the vent, the Lego vent. As you can see, it's Lego. It's not quite in the right position, but it's near enough there. So I made it a bit longer, repaired it a bit. I haven't done the colour yet, so it's all multicoloured, but it is basically looking like mesh. It looks pretty good, I think, to be honest. So I'm going to keep these definitely. So obviously it needs to be sat back properly. The shape of the bumper isn't quite right for the grille to sit flush, but it will be when it's finished. But that's coming along nicely. And we've got this section. Okay, this is where I did most of the work, to be fair. As you can see, it's got like a wooden piece in here, recessed, so you can see the difference there. It's not going to hit anything, basically. I've had to get all this shaped. All this here was out of shape. It kind of curves inwards, kind of like a concave type thing. So now that's all nice and flat, all done properly. This is in properly. The grill's all nice and flush as well. I've also inverted the mesh. I don't know if you can see it from this, but it's basically inverted mesh. So it's basically, instead of being sticky outy, which it used to do, it now sits inwards instead. So that's not going to hit anything, and it doesn't hit the speaker or anything, but that's all good. I've flatted all this has been flatted. All this has been flatted, all up here, the whole thing, all up there. I've made a new, this is only the test screen, so ignore the muck and stuff on it. It's only a test screen just to get the sizing right. I've done all the flatting here. That's all done. That's literally done almost to getting towards 240 grit level, that is now, so it's not far off. This section's not, but I'm making a whole new trim piece for this. I mentioned it in the previous videos. There's a whole new trim piece being made, which is a bit different shape, which is where this comes in here. It's going to be like a different piece, like a curved piece, so it's going to look quite nice. But anyway, for now I've done the filler work, because that was all rough before. It wasn't very good at all. It was all covered in flashing tape and stuff and all sorts of horrible things, so I've ditched that. Filled all this section. That's had 2 passes of filler on now. That's getting towards decent level. Again, same this side, the port situation. There you are. I've took this sub out for now because I was doing some work around it down here with the trim. This trim piece here obviously was just flat before. Now it's got like a nice little curve on it, comes around here. Obviously when it's all together properly, it won't have any dodgy lips and things. It will fit properly and everything else. It's only quite early work in progress there, but it's does the job. So yeah, there you go. That's basically what I've been doing. But I've also been doing some work on the Lego side of things, so I shall do a part 2 with the Lego, which is looking very, very good now. All the lights are now in. So sort of let me know what you think on both of these things. Obviously on this and the Lego side of things. I've done that as well, by the way. I've flatted all this. It's all flat. It's all flatted now. It's got to be done. Let me think. Yeah, it is. I've got one more 40 grit flatting, and then should be able to get down to about 240 on that as well. So that's not bad. And then obviously just got to do a bit on the floor as well. That's easy stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'll do part 2 shortly, and there we go. Alright, so part 2, I said I'd do something about the Lego. Basically, quite a few things have happened. If you saw the last video, there's some lights and things that were in here. That's why it's dark in here. I've got to do it in the dark so it looks better. But I've basically done quite a lot more, so I'll run through it and show what I've been doing. Same as last time. It's underneath the little thing there. Flick the switch when it works. There we are. Looks a bit smarter now, doesn't it? So I'll run through them anyway. So we've got the section. These are all basically in order of where they're going to be in the car on the amp rack. So we've got 2 people with lightsabers here. I haven't got the proper characters again, so it's literally just for now to show you what's going on. So I've got those 2 there. Got some lights here that shines through the windows and the door. We've got this section, which is kind of like an underground mine type thing, which has now got an extra light inside it. There used to be one that sort of flashes here, which still flashes obviously here, and one here just for a bit of accent lighting, basically just to make it look like a nice dark sort of mine type thing. Still got the rotating bit here, which is nice. I've also got 2 flashing lights in the windows and one inside the little thing on the end there where the stormtrooper is, basically. We used to have 1 light in here. Now there's 2 instead, basically. One was going to be a static light, but it just made it so much easier to do 2 flashy ones. But yeah, it looks perfectly fine anyway. It's all good. And then the last one, well, no, not quite the last one actually, but near enough last one. So the same as before, the rotated beacon in the side there. We've also got now a light in this room, 2 lights in this room. We have a light in the top here as well, so it's sort of a nice blue effect. And the lightsabers from before that were already there, again, not the right characters yet, but they've got like a pulse effect on there, so they're quite cool, whereas the other ones, they're just a static one, but does the job anyway, all good. And then the last thing, because there's going to be another section where these go, obviously these sit, the amps are sort of here, like that sort of angle. These sit around the amps. There's going to be another piece down the bottom where there's down here. There's going to be like a stormtrooper type fight battle going on. So down here we've got some. These are just normal characters at the moment, not that you can see, but they've got some guns here. I don't know if you can see this very well. I'll lift this up so I can see. There we are. So basically, it's got like some gun effects, so they're quite cool. I'm debating whether to do another lot of these, possibly like 2 lots of gun effects. So that'll make it 7 to be fair, or no, 8 actually, because there's one of the lights isn't plugged in currently. But yeah, they're pretty good. So I've had to modify the guns here, put a hole through the inside, put a little LED in there, and then the little gun effects board on there basically. So it looks like everyone's on a bit of a fight and it's all kicking off. But yeah, that's basically how it's looking so far. So it's going to be basically exactly the same as that. Plenty of blue light, plenty of stuff going on. There's going to be some motors in there, as I said before. Stuff moving, like fans and stuff, and all sorts of bits and bobs and things. So that'd be quite cool. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to be when it goes in the car, pretty much in the right order. But I'll do a video of that when it's actually in the car and running. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully it's all self-explanatory. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you can again, and I'll do another video as and when I can.